Hello and welcome to AllShorts. Well, I'm sorry I'm a bit late. I've just been kind of getting myself a little bit flustered and, just not ready. I suppose that's me, isn't it? Eh? Okay. Well, I want to talk about P&O Ferries, that despicable ferry company. Don't just transport ferries. No, it moves goods as well. So we're going to see supply chain issues, at least for the next 10 days, while they try and transition new staff. Oh, it's a bit like, I suppose, sort of like what the British Gas did. The only difference is they're not really hiring the same staff. No. So anyway, I've just got to bring a few bits and pieces up here because I've got myself all a bit of a tiz. I thought I was going to be ready, and I clearly wasn't. It's a bit silly, isn't that, really? But that's me, I suppose. So, yes, as you probably heard, P&O decided in their wisdom to sack all their workers. Not just one or two, no, all of them, including the captains of their ships. P&O Ferries, I think they've got about 20 odd ships in the UK, plus they've got about 3,000 employees in total. But in this case, it's all the ferries themselves, all the people who operate the ferries, as in the crew and what have you, the staff, the chefs, I suppose, and those who make the beds. They've all lost their job as of today. Quite frankly, I don't think it's legal. No, that I don't. So, anyway, I just need to bring up my live stream platform, because like I said, I'm all in a bit of a tiz. I am. Oh, got an excellent connection, apparently. Well, according to this, am I connected? I hope so. Oh, that I am. Oh, dear. What a plonker, that I am. So there you go. So I think that goes on there. I'm just going to do a sound check.
Don't be a plonker all your life, Rodney.
I think that worked. Oh dear, these poor old devils though. But they pretty much, they got sacked by Zoom. Well, like an online pre-recorded message. The thing that gets me is, how on earth can you get away with this? Quite frankly. Because it's obviously premeditated. Because they were organised. They had mercenaries. That they did. Blimey. It's a bit like when the German mercenaries got my ancestors out of Norwich when they held it for 30 days, they did. Blimey. Anyway, let's have a quick look to see who's here. Oh, I'm all pumped up, I am. I don't know why. It's probably all this sugar. Oh dear, so much for keto. Who's here at the moment? So I must say hi, mustn't I? And also make sure people can hear me. It's usually a good idea. Anyway, you might have noticed things have changed a little bit. Yeah. I had a mad moment. I looked at myself online, watched my videos. I thought, well, that looks a bit silly. It's a bit distracting, isn't it? So what we did is, me and the missus, we ripped all the shelves off. We filled all the holes and what have you, made it all smooth and lovely. Ooh, yeah, all like that. Yep, and we did that. It's a little bit less distracting. I hope it's okay. So yeah, that was a mad moment and a late night. That it was. Okay, who we got here? Oh, Artradio, Uncontrollable, 343. Well, there's 39 people here at the moment. Oh, got a chat rate of 2. P. Dallas, hello, buddy. And cheers, buddy, for sending me all those messages. And yeah, if anyone's got anything they want me to talk about, or I can make a video about, you can actually send it via the contact page on the website, which is allshorts.eu. Just all lowercase, And yes, I'm allowed an EU domain, unlike leave.eu. Because I live in the EU. I live in France, that I do. Anyway, let's do it. Oh, good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm a bit buzzed up. I think it's just the sugar that I do. Ginger's giraffe. Oh, Gingers, this is my first time I've been on today, live. Well, if you're not already aware, I bought some more trees today. Got one, They were a bargain, they were. So I went and got some trees, and I did a quick little video on that little live one. Hello, Charlotte and Mad Monk 33. Oh, we've all got to be a bit mad, haven't we? Oh, Lucy Willis, hi there. And Ernesto Guavara. Yeah, funny that. Fraggers de Piff and the rest. These Putin gangsters told us it would be British jobs for British workers after Brexit. Turns out that it's British jobs for cheap foreign labour. Yes, the situation's worse than it was before. Oh, maybe. By any chance, do you think they got it wrong? I think so. I think maybe they are. Yeah, that I do. So, I shouldn't laugh. These poor souls, you know, they've lost their jobs. They've got families. They've got to feed the kids, keep the roof over their heads and stuff. What if they're Brexiters? I might have a different opinion. But there won't be all of them, no. Some of them will realise that, yeah, we get backs and forwards across the channel. Maybe it's a good idea to keep that channel open. Less disruption. But it's not just going to be the holiday makers and the Brexiters in their campers. Yes, I've got a camper. And yes, I'm not a Brexiter. But I know plenty who drive our campers, our motorhomes, that are Brexiters. Yes, I go on there on the forums and the groups on Facebook. And I thought, oh, there's another blogger. Yes, yes, that it is. And I go on there and I troll them. I do. And tell them they're bonkers and get myself barred. That's happened once or twice. So I have to be a little bit careful. Otherwise I can't, use the powers. No. So, Lucy Willis, Ginger Giraffe, P. Dollar, Charlotte, who else is here? Oh, Joe, how you doing, buddy? And E1 Wok. Is that like an Ewok? Or was it Weokoff? Anyway, hi all, he says. Or she, I don't know. It doesn't matter anyway, no. Ah, and Tony, Eraser. Have you seen that film? With Stallone? Graham Walker, hi buddy. And Simon Says, 55. Just home in time. Cheers buddy for joining us here. And that's, that applies to everybody, as it does. I'm getting to quite enjoy doing these little live streams. They can be quite fun. Joey Mariolos, oh, it is a lovely France that it is. I do love it here, I must say. I love the countryside. I'm a bit of a country bumpkin as me. I do love to be able to just walk down the road and not see anybody except the blooming tractor. There's too many tractors. I'm quite right, there's too many farms as well. What do they keep doing? They keep digging up, chopping down the trees. Just glad I'm planting some. There's been so many trees cut down this year. I have never seen so many trees cut down. All on the boundaries, or lots of them on the boundaries. And they're just replacing all the boundary trees and just putting posts in and wire fences, electric fences. To keep the cattle in. It's quite sad, really. What about the habitats? What about the little things that are living up there? Not now. No. They're on the ground. Hello, Taboo. Hello. Low-paid British jobs for low-paid British workers. Well, I've been looking on Twitter and looking at some of the comments and stuff, on some of these posts. And so, well, what do you expect? The P&O workers, they were lazy, they're bad, Not be funny, but they weren't paid a lot. No, some were, obviously, but the captains were paid useful money. But a lot of the workers are on minimum wage. It's not great, and, and apparently they can get cheaper workers. I think what it is a way of getting rid of the contracts, employment law. That's what I think. Just like what British Gas did. Fire and rehire. Just so you can get rid of all the employment law. Now, can I ask everyone a question? Can you hear my fan heater in the background? Because I don't want that, obviously, to distract from what we, discussing between ourselves. Because I've got the electric heater on, because I've run out of paraffin. I don't want to buy paraffin at the moment, because it's like, expensive. Really expensive at the minute. For a little paraffin heater. Oh, Charlotte. Hello, Charlotte. Hope you're well. And David, hello, David. David. Oh, poor old David. Well, he's been missing. Graham Hughes, he said to me today. Graham, if you're watching, you're probably not. Because I don't think you watch me anyway. You probably had enough of me for 6 weeks on your island. Oh, yeah. And But poor old David. You need a bit of one-on-one connection with him. I think he deserves it. He's always there for you, Graham. I don't know if I'm a bit dark. Am I a bit dark? I look a bit dark. Let's just brighten myself up a bit. Oh, maybe that's too much. Oh, that's a bit better. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do. I do like this new camera I got. I have to admit, that's, you know, I was watching some of my videos. I hate watching my videos. I'm sure you do too, but I was watching my videos and I go, oh, okay, picture's not too bad actually. That new camera's quite good. It's got a special camera here. It's called it's a webcam, but it's a face cam by Elgato, and I got it it was on offer, so I bought it. Not with money, because it's kind of like that, you know. Yeah, well, it was with money, but I kind of like pretend it wasn't money. That way I didn't feel guilty. Kind of a bit like the governor of the Bank of England. Imagining money. I know, we'll say that's another £1 trillion. Bing! Ah, £1 trillion, thank you very much. Let's buy some bonds, and then we can borrow with that as collateral. Oh, okay. Not panning out too well at the moment, is it, Mr. Bank of England, Andrew Bailey, part-time gimp? That's what you are. Oh, Hammer Taboo! At least you're not surrounded by Chelsea tractors. No, I'm not. I'm certainly not surrounded by, well, Roman Abramovich either, no. Where is he at the moment? Is he done a runner? I've seen pictures of him scattered about. Oh, we can't share that, Charlotte. Much appreciated. So, Lucy can hear the sound. I might turn it off. If you can hear it, I'll just do that. I'll put it on if I get cold. Because it's not very warm in the evenings, if it isn't. Although the wood burn is still going on downstairs, which is literally below me. So hopefully that heat can radiate up. It doesn't seem to, though. I feel the cold in my hole today. I do. Ah, yes. Oh, whatever. Hello, whatever. Hi again. Who else we've got here? We've got 46 people. Oh, it's building up. It's building up, it is. And Seraphine, hi. Japan's Navy reported 4 Russian amphibious ships leaving ports. I hope Egypt refuses to let them, to the Suez Canal. Well, what you could do, you could go and get the Ever Given, couldn't you, and chuck it in there and jackknife it. That'll block them. Blocked about 400 odd ships before, didn't it? Could do it again. And it's sorry, my pronunciation is terrible. Ernesto. The picture is top notch, and so is the sound. Super duper. Well, I'll be able to be honest with you, I did actually invest a little bit of money to try and do this because I was really conscious of things like that. Because my early streams, first I was using, I don't think if it's on. That camera. That's my main camera. As you can see, it's got nowhere near the definition. No, you naughty little boy, you. So I bought this one, which is the same. It's apparently the same definition, but this has got a proper lens on it. Yeah, it's much better. I'm very pleased with it, actually. And the mic, I actually replaced the microphone as well. My other microphone is sitting on the floor over there that I was using. If anything, it was too sensitive and it was omnidirectional, so it's like picking up everything over there as well, and any noise as well. This new microphone I've got here, which is, let me show you, is a Samsung G-Track Pro. As a USB microphone, God, it's awesome. I'm really pleased with it. I've been using it for voiceovers and stuff as well, and it's really good. And plus, you can actually plug a guitar in the back of it. It's actually an interface, a sound interface for your computer as well. It's a brilliant thing, it really is. It's the only kind of its type, so. Asperges, hello there, and Tom Nelson, bonsoir to you. Well, I suppose we've got a few people now. I suppose we can make a start in a moment. Oh, that would be a plan, wouldn't it? Love it when a plan comes together. Oh, seeing pictures of my microphone coming up on the, yeah, 100, ooh, there we go, 45 people now. I think we can make a start. Right, yeah, I've scribbled some things down, and you have to forgive me because this has been a very moving, not moving as in no, it's been a very sort of moving as in it's fluid. It's a fluid situation, and lots of things have been changing. And I thought, well, I'm going to do a stream tonight, and I thought, well, I'll write all the stuff down. And it was changing as I was writing it. I thought, so I had to start again. Well, I just keep adding and changing it and tweaking it. So that's what I did. So, if we go in, actually, this is another reason why I decided to get rid of all that stuff that was behind me, is because of this. Yeah. Oh, it's the wrong camera. Oh no, the other camera ain't coming on either. Oh no. So I suppose I better turn it on. Like that. For some reason it didn't turn on from here. Well, never mind. It should do now. Well, now I can't see that. There we go. Oh, blimey. Oh. Hello, Mr. Sugar. You're fired. At least it does it face to face, to be honest. Not via Zoom, no. Or maybe he did on the show, I don't know, because I don't watch it. No, it's not my thing. I preferred it with Trump, to be honest. Because you know what Trump is like. He's a...
Like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Isn't he bright? He's so clever. And you get extra points, apparently. They did. Now, this is one of the reasons why I got rid of that, because I thought, well, with the sign above my head that I had before and stuff like that, I was just like, I do feel I'm kind of a bit squished in there. I might have to squash that down a bit. Yeah, I did feel that I was a little bit, how to put it? Oh, no, that's not right. Squashed. So I'm going to squash myself even more. Get myself in my box. Get in your box. Oh, that's painful. Now you squeezed one out. Oh, quite too late. Blimey. Anyway. Sorry. Okay. Well. Yes. So P&O has sacked their workers pretty much by Zoom. Well, it's a pre-recorded message that they sent to all the workers. Yeah, apparently they're going to get a above average severance payout, so they said. But that's not the point. They need their jobs. And quite frankly, it seems that it could be illegal what they did. Oh, but it's not surprising considering who they're owned by. P&O Ferries, because they bought out in 2019, they were, by DP World. Not Deep Heat World. No. Oh, you saucy devils, you. Well, P&O Ferries of DP World. Well, they've suspended routes that they have. And services between Dover and Calais, Hull and Rotterdam, Liverpool and Dublin, and Cairn in Scotland to Larne. I'd practiced that bit because I couldn't quite get it out. Yeah. Anyway, and Northern Ireland. Now, all of its routes have been suspended. And it's likely to be, suspended for at least 10 days. Well, they said 7 to 10 days. Well, you know how it goes. It's going to be 10 to 24 to 30. It's going to be a while. Because the government also is not very happy, understandably so. I've got no faith in this government, as you know. But quite frankly, they are using quite stern words. They're not happy. No. And there seem to be some... agreement in Parliament there is with his counterpart. On the Labour side, which is fair enough. It's not great news, is it, for the workers, and not either, or even surrounding industry either. It's going to affect everybody. And supply chains. Oh, okay. That's not going to be good either, is it? Well, this Mary Bracewell, I've obviously been looking at some of the Twitter replies as well. She says, yet another Brexit benefit. The government, they voted to abandon the EU employment legislation. And, it would have prevented this from happening. So no British crew to sail you to the sunlit uplands. No. Well, she's right to a point, but not 100%, because I think you'll find this comes under international laws, shipping laws and stuff. It's not necessarily governed via the EU, but there is some restrictions there, and quite frankly, you would have been better off, but look at it wouldn't cover everything though. Anyway, P&O Ferries, which employs around 3,000 people and runs 20 ships, they just unveiled a massive layoffs that they did. For UK workers. Not overseas workers, no. Sorry, but it does seem a bit funny to me. Not that these people lost their jobs, because obviously that's not great at all for these people. But the fact it's just like we had this kind of insular view where we shunned everyone from the EU, and now it's got worse. It's not better. No, the situation's actually worse outside of the EU. You wouldn't believe it. Well, I would, and you probably would too. But it's not panned out for them, has it? No, especially people like this Natalie Elphick woman, her. Yeah. She's horrible, she is. Yeah, she supported her husband, she did, while he was going through the courts and stuff for sex offences. You can't make a shit up, I tell you. It's just absolute madness. And I was listening to her in Parliament today because she's the MP for Dover, and she couldn't even get her numbers right. No, it's 800 workers, and she was saying 600. So anyway, so they just unveiled massive layoffs they have for UK workers in order for the firm to survive, to be a viable business. Now, that I do understand, because it's an industry, and there's no good you constantly pumping money in and not necessarily getting anything out. Otherwise, it's not a viable business. I get that. My point is, though, is that you don't sack people like this. They don't like a band-aid. Oh, these pesky old employees. I don't want to rip them off. Like that they did. They didn't have a clue what's happening. They woke up this morning, got their message, and so we're told, by lunchtime, sod off, you've got 5 minutes to get off this ship. And it gets worse. We'll get into that in a minute. So yes, Natalie Elphick. Oh, I can't stand her. I really can't stand this woman. She is a horrid, horrid, horrid individual. That's her standing on a beach in Dover, complaining about refugees who just took the perilous journey across the channel. And she uses this boat there as an example, which clearly has not been across the channel. There's no scum on the boat. There's no nothing. It's clean. And she reckons I just got out of there, jumped on and scarpered off. That's what she reckons. That's who she is. She's horrible. It's been staged, I'm sure. Well, so they've sacked 800 odd workers via Zoom. And it includes even the captains of the ship. Well, Natalie Elphick, the idiot MP for Dover. Well, she was confused. She was. She had below average maths, she did. She said there was 600 workers. In fact, there was, 800. She was 200 short. You think, she's in Parliament, for Christ's sake. They're not the sort of mistakes, really. You don't make these simple mistakes like this, do you? Not in Parliament. That's just ridiculous. If you can't remember the facts, have them written down in front of you. People don't mind that. But I think part of the problem is we all think she's a cow anyway, because she is. Oh, now, this could be really useful, Since all those ferries, 20 of them, that were doing those runs across Dover to Calais, etc. Well, we've got all these new ships, and we've got these mega ships. Can't we use them? Load them up with containers. It's got a helipad. Well, it's not just the staff anyway, for this ferry company itself. That will be negatively affected, no. But this kind of, this British gas style of, fire and rehire. Just different people, though, in this case. Well, support industries such as your local CAF, to supply chain workers such as, industries in the supply chain. That are supported by the P&O. If the goods aren't coming, what about the other businesses? How are they going to function? That's what I wonder. Let's blame Putin. It's all Putin's fault. That's what I reckon. That pesky Putin, that's what it is. Well, see, that's what we do. We can get ourselves a Chinook and drop containers on the helipad. In this case, you don't even need the helipad, no. I'm sure we get some of the foredeck, mid-deck, fly deck. There's plenty of decks. No? Sounds like a good idea to me, though. Yeah. That'd be funny if it sinks. Still a bonus. So let's start with the old luxury ferry routes that we can. Using these sanctioned mega ships, mega yachts. Like I say, they've got helipads. You should load the containers onto the mega ships, mega yachts, whatever you like to call them. Some of them are actually submarines. Or at the very least, they've got submarines on board. They've even got missile tracking systems. Oh, the mega yachts. What's that tell you? Oh, we want to avoid. Well, maybe it's for nuclear fallout, so they're out of the way when Al Putin presses that button. And microwaves us all. Well, since leaving the EU, the UK has left some protections behind, like I was saying earlier, afforded by the EU. Although, on international routes, I don't think it actually covers on international routes. I think it's a bit like the airlines and flight routes and that as well. Oh, anyway, let's have a look. What you've been saying? Oh, like I said, I'm winging this somewhat because I kind of like, it was a last-minute decision that it was. Oh, then I guess. Well, a yacht in Norway is stuck. No one will supply fuel. Is it a bit like the other container ship of the, well, not the Ever Given. Is it Ever Given or Ever Given or the Ever? The companies. Is it Ever Given? You got Ever Given, and they got Ever Forever. I don't know. Anyway, another container ship owned by the same company this week got stuck on a sandbank. A year ago, this week, their other ship, the Ever Given, got stuck in the Suez Canal. But luckily, this one isn't actually stopping any container routes, shipping routes. The other ship's just been told, can you please slow down? Because it caused them the ripple. And they're on the sandbank they are, they're rocking about they are. Only about 25 foot of water, and apparently it's not enough. It sounds like a lot of water to me. But not enough, apparently. And also, oh crikey, I hope it's not anywhere near that tsunami. No, it's not. That's on the east coast of Japan, isn't it? So anyway, sorry if P&O works this way, Nick S. That is true. Unless they're Brexiters, then they deserve it. Because if you're a Brexiter, you see, what you've done is you put this government in charge. And allowed these companies too much control. And allowed foreign-controlled industries to take charge, because that's what's happened here. We'll get into that in a minute. Oh, David Jurago. Oh, you've had one. Okay. David Jurago, David, he says, I think she is a, one, was it that one? Yeah, one of them. And she must be an oppressed transsexual. I can't vouch for that. I can't. Well, I'll show it anyway. I'll probably get my video barred, but hey, I can't. I don't know. If I'm absolutely honest, I don't know. Whatever she is, she's a horrible individual. Now, who makes employment law? Yes, we do. And the thing about employment law with this one is what's it name? The Union Act. 1997, the 1997 Union Act, where you're supposed to notify, and there's no notification. But I think there's a reason for that. We'll get into that in a minute as well. Simon says 55. Is that blood on her shirt? I don't know. I need to have a look now. Oh no, now you got me all confused. Is there blood on her shirt? Let's have a look. There's definitely blood on her hands. I don't know, might as well be. It looks like she's kind of been badly bitten by some giant mosquito. No, I think they're like, I don't know, they're little hearts or something. I don't know. I would hope they were like arrows or something, you know what I mean? That she's pulled out one by one. And it's just slow death. No, was that too much? Maybe. Anyway, where was I? I digress. Oh, come back here, you. What am I doing here? Oh, all these windows I got open over here. I'm glad I got this screen. Oh, dear. Oh, 699. Hi, buddy. I hope you're well. I'm sure most of them voted for it, and they knew what they voted for. Well, that's what they tell us, don't they? You know. Now, a lot of these people who work at these places, they work they live on the coast. A lot of them do. And we know that many on the coast, well, they vote for Brexit. Look at Yarmouth. Great Yarmouth. Oh, my giddy aunt. Oh, dear. I was there last week. Only for a brief moment. Thank God I got out quick. It's not the Yarmouth I can remember, no. The only ones with any brains are actually the refugees. The natives. Oh my God. Don't go there. No, not Great Yarmouth. Oak 69. Is it on the shirt? Who makes employment law? We do. Oh, let's scroll down. Oh, Jean Bolos. Hello, buddy. Time to lure all the Brexiters on the ferry and sail it for a Titanic cruise. The only problem with that plan is all the icebergs have melted. So how are you going to sink the ship? At a depth of 4,000 fathoms, with Boris at the helm. I wonder if he plays a violin, or the drums, or something, or a musical instrument. He could be he could be in the band, couldn't he? Or can you imagine him? Oh, with Princess Nutnuts on the bow of the boat, on the stanchions. You know, the handrails at the front, the pulpit at the front, doing the half naked maybe, 3 rolls of fat. Boobs and all that. No? I mean, oh, crikey, I've got a name now. Who's the singer? Oh, crikey. Oh, the song. Oh, I've got Top Chat. Oh, very, very much. You're most kind. What are you saying then? It's Timothy Simpkins. Cheers, buddy. Oh, I got a super chat. Oh, Shiny Warm. Oh, hello, buddy. So, what does Simon say if he's respond to that? Oh, it is. Oh, okay, yes. I think it's Blood in the Hands, actually. Scrolling down, I'm scrolling down. So Ernesto Guavarera got Brittany ferries booked from Portsmouth to Santander in Ertigan, what's that, north of Spain, in early June. Made the right choice. I think you probably did there, buddy. Yep. Sadly, I missed the Queen's celebrations. Oh, and all the flag waving. You can do it by Zoom, maybe. Oh, be careful, you get sacked. What blue and white and full of semen. I'm not going there. We'll keep that one between ourselves, shall we? Anyway, let's get out of this silly screen. Oh, there you go. Oh, and now it's coming. What's going on here? Oh, there we are. I'm getting confused with my buttons. Kim Kardashian after Hesseman. That's getting a bit bad. I'm in Hull. Oh, I got you. So, you know the... Oh, was it the Hull... The Hull of Love or something? The ferry. Hull of something or other. The Spirit of Hull, or I don't know. There's a ferry, isn't there? They were going to, I believe the crew were refusing, for about 6 hours, 5 or 6 hours, refusing to get off. But they did in the end. Brexit is no exit. Well, yeah, it does feel like that, doesn't it? You know, we've got this Brexit, and there's so many things that kind of just tie us into the EU anyway, because we want stuff, we need stuff, we can't function without the EU, really. We just think that we want to, and we think that we can, but we can't really. We need to trade. Now, I did a video earlier about that this morning, that the EU's trade, the UK's trade with the EU, was actually up this year by a considerable amount. There's more trade this January, this year, with the European Union member states than there was with the whole of the rest of the world. Global Britain and all that. That's what they told us, but no. Didn't feel like it, no. Hey, Lee! How you doing, buddy? Lee Corn. Ernesto, don't worry. You're better off being out of the UK for jubbly. How you doing, sweetie? Oh, they're getting a bit saucy in the comments here, I'll tell you. Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day. Is that right? Do you know what? I'm really out of touch, I am. Someone told me that earlier today, actually, and I forgot all about it. I didn't, Oh, Shiny Warm. Brexit is part of the disaster capitalist strategy, he says. Weaken everything that restrains them, unhindered by employment protection, regulations, and rights. Yes, like the human rights has pretty much swept that to one side. And, like Dominic Raab's new amendments he's done to the Human Rights Bill. Just like, it's a bit like a patch. He's like wrote a patch that allows us to say, no, we don't agree with that, so we're going to ignore human rights, the laws. Oh, number 3. Hello, buddy. Let's just show you. Have you heard about? Oh, there you go. Have you heard about the whore of it? What the what in Portsmouth? Her naval base was full of discharge. Oh dear. Okay, I see where you're going with this. We get a lot of innuendo going on in the chat, you know. It's a bit saucy. If I don't know, I've got my gimp suit out. Oh, was that too much? Maybe. Oh, da-dum-dum. That was from my economics teacher. Was it really? Okay. Cheers for number 3. And I guess. Have you heard about the whole? Yeah, can you fit lorries on dinghies? Well, you'd need a lot of them. One for each wheel, I should think. Oh, Joey Mariellos, Norwich was not that bad, AllShorts, but it looked so gloomy. Like an alternative reality. Actually, Norwich is actually a really lovely city. I do actually like Norwich. But it has changed as well. There's loads of stores that are closed. Loads. Much more than I first imagined, to be honest. But it's quite it's a nice place. It's quite beautiful. It's quite old and very historic. And my ancestry has a lot of history there. Robert Kent. Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day. Yep, you are right, Ernesto. So we'll show that. Yeah, Brexit. I don't know why that was put in for me to to censor. I don't know at all. Putin's. Do you mean Putin's puppets? Oh, that's what I reckon. Anyway, yeah, they are. It's all coming out of the woodwork now, isn't it? Out of the wash. It is. With people are starting to believe it as well because everything's going on in Russia. It's making us it's opening our eyes to the way that Putin works. And the fact that, I say fact, that Mr. Fartage, he's talking about £500,000 from Russia today. God, I need to drink. I'm about to cough. Oh, I tickle. Wash that tickle down. Oh, sorry, you won't catch it for this, don't worry. And I am all clear now, so I'm quite happy. I'm all clear. No more COVID for me. I'm not going out anywhere, I'm not. No, I'm going to stay in here, I am. In my little hole, my cave. Surfing lorries. You're like skimmers. If you take the run up at it, it's only 23 miles across. Oh, Lucy Welsh. Oh, I love innuendo. I'm always trying to slip one in. Oh, what? Is that innuendo? Is that innuendo or is that a statement of fact? Maybe. You're saucy woman, you. Well, is that grey plank? Actually, Lee, it's actually wallpaper. I was going to do, originally, what my plan was, I know, I'm going to do, like, pallet wood. What have you. I didn't have enough pallet wood here, those stripped down pallets and stuff. And to be honest, it had been about 9 square metres of pallet wood to do the whole area that I would want to do. So I thought to myself, well, we'll do something quick and temporary, and we got this wallpaper from Action. You probably know of Action if you come to France. I think it's a Dutch company, actually. So it's just wallpaper. That's £7 a roll. I was quite happy with that. So we had a mad moment, ripped off all the shelves, filled all the holes, and smoothed it all up, and I wallpapered it. And I did that not last night before. So that was a late night. But yeah, it just felt looked a bit cluttered before, to say the least. But that's kind of what my mind is like, it's kind of mess. So anyway, I thought I could use this then for other stuff as well. Then you say it looks a bit more adult, probably a bit more boring as well. But there you go. So when faced by a libertarian, asked them to name one successful country in the last 7,000 years that was libertarian, they can't do it. It is just a lie by the rich elites to keep themselves in power. That's what Alexis says. Oh, that makes a lot of sense to me. I'll show that. David, okay. Marcus, why Putin is so homophobic? He likes to ride a horse and fish. Yeah, he does it with no clothes on. Or no shirt on. But to be fair, the guy, at least he keeps himself in, for a 70-year-old, he's in pretty good shape, isn't he? Let's be honest. He ain't like our Prime Minister. I can't talk, I know. But he's got, like Michael Gove, he's got like little pert tits, hasn't he? Oh, I mean, boobs. That's what I mean. I can't believe they run in public. I really can't. Shiny as... Oh, shiny. Ask a grown-up. There's an intangible benefit of Brexit. People are waking up. I hope so, number 3. I think they probably are, actually. A lot of people are starting to point the finger and they say, hang on, what's going on? I think we were duped, maybe. And I think you probably were, to say the least. So, yes. There's money that's coming from Russia, from all different directions. Aaron Banks, for instance. He still hasn't told us how that money ended up in his account. The money that he paid. The campaign, leave.eu. He still hasn't done it. And no one talks about it anymore. I think those in power, they just don't want us to know. They don't want us to understand what really went on. Because then it undermines the Brexit. I just want the Brexit. Oh, I love the Brexit. Oh, it's all shiny and new. Oh, we're all going to be better off. Sovereignty, and all that jazz. They're all loopy. They're all... Chipper. But they are. Well, actually, it's quite a film, so it should really be... Chipper. Yeah, it should. But you can't make it up, can you? Really, it's just nuts. Absolute nuts. Oh, Seraphine, hello there. Well, libertarians are like house cats. They fiercely insist on their independence while being utterly dependent on the system they don't understand nor appreciate. It's a bit like us who, quite frankly, who want to go offline and, be completely off-grid, completely off-grid. We get our batteries and our solar panels and all that stuff. They go well, like we did. And then we're online. We can't do without our mobile phones. No. Apparently. Well, unless you're in Russia, because quite frankly they will be soon. For their systems over there, like for instance Samsung, there's one of the most widely used phones brands of phone in Russia. And they've been sanctioned. Samsung decided, well, sorry, we're not supplying you anymore. They've stopped to cease trading with them. So they've lost so much tech. For the domestic market as well, not just on, industry and obviously the military. They're quite reliant on Western technology, including semiconductors. They don't have... Oh! Shannon. Oh, is that live? Say hi to Marcus. Hello, Shannon! Hi! We will be doing some more woodworking videos soon. When I get in my workshop, that we will. Hope Shannon's well. I attract all sorts, I do. Youngsters as well. I do have, 6 kids. Blimey. What did I do? I made a mistake. That I did. I fell over. I tripped up, in fact. Oh. I'll talk about innuendo, actually. One of our friends... Well, she works in the A&E. And she told us a few years back, somebody came in with a Coke bottle, one of them glass ones, sort of stuck up his derriere. And he said he fell over. He had to be operated on to get out. I don't know what it was doing there. Maybe it was trying to take the top off. It must have been that. Yeah, of course. Oh, libertarians should be given one-way ticket to a desert island. I know of one, don't you? Maybe it's not a desert island, but, it's in Panama. And I'll tell you what, that's flooding anyway. Now, Lee, I don't care what Graham says, but he's never going to raise that island. Never in a month of Sundays. You're not going to do that in a canoe. No. I don't care how big that canoe is, you're not going to get enough soil in the canoe to raise that island. No, period. I know what it's like moving soil. I've done groundwork, so I know what it's like. What's he thinking? Oh, crikey. Poor old Ishmael. Anyway. If you wonder what I'm talking about, I was on a I was on an island with Graham Hughes for 6 weeks. Yeah, six weeks. And global warming, rising sea levels and what have you. God, my throat's gone dry. Rising sea levels and what have you. It's basically kept flooding. No, so Graham thought to himself, I know what to do. Well, bit by bit, we'll just add lots of soil onto the island to try and raise the island. But I don't think you quite understand how much he would need. You're going to need that Chinook. Yeah. And a lot of money. One hell of a lot of money to do that. Anyway, £1,000 per hour. You talking about my wallpaper now? That was like €7. €7. And shopping at Action. Oh, QA library. AllShorts. Did you see the DM I sent to Max? No, I didn't. Sorry, mate. About P&O. Did you send me it as well? You might have done. I haven't seen it yet. Sorry. The best way to send me a message, if you want me to see something directly, you could Twitter. You can do it via Twitter, at Wadibois. That is in the description. But other than that, you can send a direct message via the website, which is allshorts.eu. And you've just gone to the contact page. You can post pictures if you want as well. Send me pictures if you've got anything interesting you've got to send. You know, you want me to have a look at. There's more questions and answers. Oh, Ernest says, I must say your wallpaper looks darn sight better than Johnson's. Oh, I see where you're coming from. Oh, no, I get it. Yeah, £1,000 a roll. In the Turkish boudoir. Yeah, no, it's just cheap. But it's actually really good quality paper. I was really impressed with it, actually. It's just a simple vinyl wallpaper. That's quite thick. For £7 a roll. €7. So $7.99 actually. And it went on really easy. And it's something, if you get crappy wallpaper, what happens? You're moving it about and bits move, like tears and stuff like that. But that's really quite impressed actually. For £7.99 a roll. Because some of the wallpapers we were looking at, that was like £30, €30 for a roll of paper. I won't pay 30. Again, yeah. I suppose it's still a lot cheaper than 1,000 in that a roll. But I haven't got no gold fleck in mine, no. And it doesn't look like a Turkish boudoir. I just want to keep it simple. The reason why I go for the greys is because the colours, the camera and stuff, you see, if you've got the greys, the camera can neutralise and stuff, that can work colours out a lot better. If you put some a dominant colour in, the camera will struggle. And it'll look a weird colour. A really weird colour, in fact. In fact, I had a red t-shirt on earlier and that kind of sent me orange. I looked like
you'll go person,
that's what I look
woman,
like, I'll tell you.
Man,
I wasn't great,
camera,
no.
TV.
Oh dear. Joe, I heard there is no hunger in Russia yet, but people are hoarding what foreign. But I did a video earlier about that. I got some links sent to me from Russia, and they are panic buying in Russia now. They're very worried, and obviously that's going to cause a shortage. But the fact of the matter is, they can't get the stuff anyway. That's because what they've done is they've shot themselves in the foot by invading Ukraine. Not just with the sanctions, but the fact that Ukraine is a major grower. And like anything, if you take one supplier out of the marketplace by invading them, for instance, you actually cause a supply chain issue for everywhere. Because it's like, I had this conversation with my kids before, with Brexit and stuff like that, and when we started having all the supply chain issues and empty supermarket shelves, and the kids just say, well, we don't eat that, it doesn't matter. You need to understand that, okay, that brand of pasta is no longer available because it's not there. Well, then people are going to buy the one next to it. And then when that's gone, they're going to buy the one next to that. And when that's gone, they'll buy the one next to that. But before you know it, there'll be nothing available. And although I don't condone panic buying, I don't want my kids, especially with the tots, the little ones, I don't want them to suffer. I want to make sure they've got something there. They've at least got a little bit of sump. I don't mean this ridiculous hoarding that some people do. Well, to be fair, actually, we hoard food. But I do grow it, then hoard it. So it's not quite the same, is it? No. Oh, Marcus, Nigel Farage said yesterday on GB News, yeah, that's a reputable news source, great production as it is, that the allies of Putin are not Brexiters, that it is the same Europeans. You know what they say, don't you? It's like the racists, isn't it? You know, not every Brexiter is a racist, but every racist voted for Brexit. I think that was James O'Brien who said that, actually. I think so. Oh, cool. Oh, cheers, buddy. Did you do it via Twitter or via the website? I actually could have a look. I've got my Twitter up here. Oh, I got a message. Got from Mark Philippi. What do you come under, buddy? QA library. Oh, are you Mark? Johnson isn't a Putin ally. Don't you think so? I think he is. Oh, I see your point. You're questioning it. I got you. Yeah, that was JB. James O'Brien did say that. Hello, Sven. How you doing? Sven Thrick. Yeah, I have to admit, James O'Brien does come up with some pretty good lines, don't he? Oh, we're not too young. Ooh. What about Kazakhstan? Hello, Jasper. How you doing? But I didn't see you for a while, actually, or heard from you for a while. You put a comment on one of my videos earlier, didn't you? I did see that. Well, I suppose we all go back in to the window. The round window. Was it the square window? I think it's a square window. That's where we'll go in a second. Well, first of all, I'll have a little drink. God, my throat is really dry at the moment. I don't know why. Oh, what happened? Went straight in, I did. Blimey. Oh, yeah. Oh, Chinooks. I still think we should blame Putin anyway. Let's blame him for everything. World hunger. Well, definitely hunger in Russia. Okay, so since leaving the EU, the UK, well, left some protections afforded to it. But like I say, I'm repeating myself here. But didn't actually include international routes, it seems. What's going on here? Just a second. What's happened? Oh, no, I'm there, sorry. So my finger's flicked off. But the workers have been told by the unions to hold fast and stay on the ships. Now, I'm curious, though, because if the workers effectively hold the ship to ransom, and they're no longer... If they're employees, well, then it'd be like, I suppose, be mutiny on the ship, that it would. But if they're being sacked, would that have been piracy? Maybe you know. Please leave it in the chat. But they left anyway. They were on about 5-6 hours and they decided they would vacate the ship. The Pride of Hull, that's what it's called. Ooh. Well, Carlton MP says, breaking. I'm hearing that the captain of the Pride of Hull will refuse to allow the police to board the vessel. P&O Ferries asked them to do so. Well, the official site on the ship is supported by members and officers of the union, RMT, you know, the union, RMT union. They're kicking up a fuss. And they were the ones who advised them to stay on the ship. But they got off now. Probably because it would have been piracy, I suppose. Anyway, crew and the ships were escorted off these ships by security mercenaries and balaclavas, some of them had. And they're handcuffs. They were trained with handcuffs. Would that have been abuse? What gives them the right to, do they have the authority to use things like handcuffs? Bloody thugs. Anyway, quite frankly, you can't make this shit up now. Well, there's considerable disruption. And, there will be considerable disruption, and it is expected. Not just the movement of people, but considerable supply chain issues. Yeah, industry is going to find it really difficult. I'm just going to put my heater back on. Because, it isn't just people, is it? They move goods. Stuff is moved, from A to B. to supply industry and businesses, not just big business, but little business as well. The little corner shop, for instance. What's going to happen there? People who imported stuff, cheese, for instance, from France, some brie, maybe. Every company. So, although every company should be viable and run a positive balance sheet, that's quite frankly, by the way. If you have a company in the UK, it has to be. It can't be run on a negative. You've got to be able to prove or have money there to back the business up. So you've got to have support. And they were saying they've lost around 200 million in 2 years. That's what P&0 Ferries was saying. Now, some 800 workers were told that, like I say, via Zoom, that their contracts were terminated immediately. In fact, I have actually got that on here. Is it on here? Oh, there you go. Oh, not that one.
Has been struggling financially for the last few years and has lost around £100 million each year for the last 2 years. Whilst these losses have been covered by P&O Ferries' parent company, DP World, it's clearly not sustainable in the future. The business cannot continue to operate like this, so it has had to consider a range of different options in order to drastically reduce costs. These circumstances have resulted in a very difficult but necessary decision to restructure P&O Ferries' workforce and operations in order to protect the future of the business. This was only taken after seriously considering all of the available options. The company has made the decision that its vessels, going forward, will be primarily crewed by a third-party crew provider. Therefore, I am sorry to inform you that this means your employment is terminated with immediate effect on the grounds of redundancy. Your final day of employment is today.
Oh, lovely, eh? What a way to be told. Quite frankly. It's I have to admit that it's pretty despicable. These are people's livelihoods, their jobs, some of them have been in the company for decades. It's not exactly the right thing to do, is it? Hardly. Anyway, while you're here, don't forget to click like. So yeah, they've been planning this, because this was pre-recorded as well. That was pre-recorded, so, and it's scripted. So they knew what they were doing, and also they had workers waiting in vans ready to board the ships. You don't get them overnight, do you? You don't just pick them up off the street. No. And there were foreign workers. Okay, I don't have a problem with it myself, but it does make a mockery of it all. So, yeah, not great. Oh, yeah. Oh no. Okay. Okay, Boris. Get some oil. We need some oil, Boris. Yeah. Well, it's a direct consequence of reduced imports and exports as well as the holiday trade. That's been hit quite hard, hasn't it? Now, I just realised I haven't got my overlay on. Oh, you silly fool. Oh, forgot my super chat overlay. Oh, dear. Sorry for those who super chats. You didn't get your Star Wars, you didn't? No? I do apologise. Okay. It's on now. So anyway, it could be probably the potentially caused by Brexit, but also the pandemic, obviously. These industries were struggling. But, Ferries, they did get a huge amount of money from the government during the pandemic. Just like Richie Sunak did for his wife. Business. I think it was Mrs. Typer or something. They did typing or something. Yeah, anyway, went bankrupt for about 16 million after they had about 1.5 million from the government. Taxpayers' money. I say the government. Yeah, it's your money. Well, the way you dress these people is quite frankly, it's immoral. But look at the people these our government, like to do business with. Here we've got him. There's two, human rights offenders. Two. There. We were doing business with Putin, but not now. And this geezer. He likes chopping up journalists in an embassy and putting them in a suitcase. That's what he likes doing. Lovely guy, isn't he? Who wants to do business with someone like that? You know, risk getting your own fingers and hands and heads chopped off and put in a suitcase just so they can get rid of your body. Well, these workers, which some have been with the company for decades, well, they've been treated like old sticky plastic. Like they've been ripped off like a band-aid. They've been ripped off. Well, they're being replaced now with cheaper workers. In fact, in Hull, van loads of workers. There's actually pictures of it and video floating about of these workers actually going onto the boat in their high visors and what have you. As these lot have been, as the actual crew have been told to leave. And they don't appear to have any training as such on those particular ships. But also, but being climatised to the ship as well. You get to know it. Not all these ships they're not all the same. They're all different. So I think it's dangerous, personally. Well, no notification was given of their intentions to sack these individuals. Given to the government, no. Which is a breach of the 1992 Trade Unions Act. So, quite frankly, I think it's actually illegal, what they've done. The staff were told at 11 a.m, and according to an anonymous source, were given 5 minutes to get off the ship. To get their stuff and get off. Now, a lot of these workers, they work in they're like, 1 week on, 1 week off. So they kind of live half their life on the ship. So they got their personal belongings and stuff like that. And, their blow-up dolls and other stuff. Maybe a gimp suit. Maybe. That's a thought. You reckon they do? I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, they had 5 minutes to get off the ship, they did. So... DP World. Well, DP World is not a British company. No, it's not. Now, addressing all the affected workers via video call. In a scripted pre-recorded announcement, the company boss said that the business had lost around 100 million, a year, over 2 years. That's since trade 19. That's pretty much since actually the other company, the DP World, took over. So they've been losing money ever since. Well, the firm cancelled all its services this morning, leaving passengers stranded at Dover and Kent and Calais. Now, one woman who does not want to be named, has a husband who's lost, and a son, and they both lost their jobs. Obviously, many other people have as well. So you've got RMT campaign and RMT, the union members. Now, she said P&O suspended sailings this morning, and crews were waiting on the ships with no idea what was happening. Even the captains didn't know. Well, actually, the announcement basically said is that's it. Stop. Don't do anything. Apart from get yourself off the ship and unload the ships. It's a disembark. From what I can tell, they talk about everything. Because the ships, I suppose, are going to be held. At first, when I heard this, I thought to myself, well, this is liquidation. Are the receivers being called in and anything that stays on the ship is going to get, bonded so they can't be taken off? That's what my first impressions were going to be when I first heard, because no one really knew until 11 o'clock, until the announcement was made. It does make me wonder, though, because you'd have thought that someone would have leaked this, wouldn't you? Of their intentions. But it seems to have been like a cloud of secrecy. Yeah, that could have been just this morning, blah, 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 we're going to do this. We're going to have to do it. So, press the button now. Do it now. Yeah. No, they've got workers ready to go on there. In vans or high visors and they all look the same. So they must have been preparing for this, but they didn't let anyone know. They're trying to make out that was, we had that quick. We've got to do it now, we have. Nah. No. Just making that decision takes time. You have to weigh up the cons, don't you? And the pros. So, no, they didn't have any idea what's going on. Even the captains didn't know. So it's a shroud of secrecy that it was. Oh. Well, then the pictures emerged of 3 coachloads of foreign workers waiting at the ports to take their jobs. Like a relay it was. Workers off, workers on. Roll on, roll off, you could say. So yes, it's all over Twitter now. I know there's a load more, have a look yourself, there's a load more images now and videos and stuff since I created this. I'm a little bit behind that, I am. So, Nick Bordeaux says, okay, is it or is it not the case that Brexit has seen the number of your passengers drop and that the direct consequence of your business model is now only sustainable if you drastically cut your overhead, starting by sacking normal crew and taking on very, very, very low-wage crew? Well, I suppose if they employ these crew via another country, they're not British workers, and they're not going to be covered under British law regarding employment law. So they're going to be probably paid way below minimum wage. I won't be surprised, not at all. Or what they'll do is they'll charge for the accommodation on the boat while they're working. That'll be that kind of scenario, you know? You know what they do with the sex workers? I'm not in the industry, that's not how I know. No. I used to be a sex worker. I wasn't very good at it, so they got rid of me. It's such a shame, though. I quite enjoyed it, actually. It's a trap. Oh dear. Anyway, yeah. Nick Bordeaux, I kind of agree to some extent, but it's not just Brexit. I can't. There's no way you can just say, "Oh, it's all Brexit." It's got a lot to do with it, but it's not. It's not the primary cause. No, you can't get away from COVID stopping, obviously, people travelling. All you couldn't go to France for a while, could you? No. Or it was difficult with hassle and people want aggro. No. And Brexit as well, obviously. Well, I didn't see Nigel Farage anywhere, though. Did you see him? Because I didn't see him anywhere. I thought he'd be there, complaining at the loss of jobs and all these foreign workers. Oh, how dare they! You wouldn't believe it, would you? So bad. What are they doing? I know.
Jobs and our women!
Oh, that
Coming
one.
over here, taking our jobs and our women!
That they were. Blimey. And our women. Oh, dear. Anyway, where was I after that? I got a bit flustered. My slider for the volume was low. Yeah. You couldn't hear it, could you? Then anyway. It's technology. Oh, dear. So, no, he wasn't anywhere. No. And they were already wearing the P&O uniforms. Yet the staff still hadn't been told that they were, going to be let go. So all these people are turning up. Well, who on earth are they? They all turn up in the vans. They've got matching high visors and hard hats. Oh, look, it says P&O Ferries on the hard hat. Okay. I wonder who they are, what are they for? Well, wait, I don't know, no. I didn't know then that I was going to lose my job. No, and these people are going to take over. DP World. Horrible. Anyway, they were told that they had 5 minutes to get their stuff and get off the ships. These guys are week off workers, like I was saying earlier, and they have called these ships home for half of the year, of every year, while they're working. It's just lifestyle, you know? The lorry drivers, how much time do lorry drivers spend in their lorry? Sweaty old places they must be. Now Thomas he says, what's the problem? P&O workers haven't been pulling their weight, and they get a kick up the old derriere that they deserve. Brexit allows this to happen, and in a few years we will be benefiting from, cheaper services, apparently. Brexit is great. I just want my Brexit.
Kipper.
Huh? Jacob, Nigel, all want to cut the red tape that they do. There's that bando. Oh, and this is a bonus, apparently. You do get all sorts on Twitter, I'll tell you. Even I'm there. Oh, well, like I said, they have all their personal effects in their lockers, and they can't get to it now. Clothes, bedding, photographs of the kids. Maybe the missus if you really want to. In some cases, financial documents, which are probably going to get taken out and thrown away. Well, I think there's a premeditated action by P&O Ferries. I do. And they obviously expected trouble. And, well, contracted security teams, like mercenaries they were. A staff left their posts with replacement teams, agency workers, waiting for them on the dockside. One source said, well, 16 handcuff trained security people. Oh, that's a handcuff, all right. That wasn't a glove. It could be there, couldn't it? Yeah. Well, yeah, so well, they were involved, and the company employs around 4,000 staff nationwide, it is. And 800 of them have lost their jobs. Just like that. Gone. No more jobs. So, anyway, let's see what you guys are saying. Boys and girls. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Oh, Nico de Schmidt. Heidi hi, campers. Oh. That's what I just said, anyway. I wonder if their after workers will still vote Tory. Do you think the farmers will too? Because I don't think so. I think they're waking up, the farmers are. Because they've been screwed too, big time. Oh, Lucy Willis, Bayerberg, you should say, oh, Bayerberg's here. Hello, Bayerberg, if you're still here. And Anders Eriksson, don't get it. Losing that amount of money when lorries waiting in the ports and roads. Good point. Nico de Schmidt. Joas, you're in Portugal. He is, that I do know. Let's scroll up here a little bit. I don't go too far up because I get told off for doing that. Old comments and stuff you see. Old chat. Oh, I got another super chat. Oh, who was that? I didn't see that one. That's because my aha, Alexis. Thank you very much for that. And bonjour to you, or should I say bonsoir? It does actually make a huge amount of difference there, you get super chats and stuff like that. It allows me to buy the stuff, don't do it. I see Britain is trying to return to the privateer days. Yes, exactly what they're doing. Everything's been privatised. They've already privatised all the amenities, all the infrastructure's been privatised, isn't it, over the years since Thatcher? I thought she was bad, and now look who we got. Oh my God. From bad to worse. And we all complain about Blair. Oh dear. Well, I suppose he did put us into war. Well, Seraphine says, Priti Patel complained about Ireland taking Iranian refugees because they could come to Britain via the common travel route. Zone, sorry. However, this zone only applies to Irish citizens. Well, do you honestly think Priti Patel knows what she's doing? Because she clearly doesn't. She said some real rubbish, didn't she, in the past? And, probably in the future too. She's another horrible, evil individual. Doesn't even know British law. No, she doesn't. And Bajon, hello there, Vidal. P&O sacking the crew on Zoom. I know, you can't make this shit up, can you? Must be a Brexit advantage. It's really bad, really. Can you imagine that? You just wake up, you've got the way they've been told. There's just no emotion, is there? He wouldn't even take any answer any questions. They did say that they're going to contact every single employee to discuss if they've got any questions and stuff like that. But that's just, that's just trying to sugarcoat a bad... Oh, Cash Dummy! A bad situation. And Shiny Warm, Putin and Johnson and Trump have exactly the same interest in Brexit. It deregulates the UK economy, buggers it up, yep. Opening up opportunities for gangsters, yep, that it does. Unless you start a war, of course, because then these gangsters get sanctioned. And their boats get taken away, they do. Oh, quite frankly, I think they shot themselves in the foot because they're a...
Kipper.
That they are. Well, I hate Brexit. You might notice, because it's a trap, as it is. So, sacking the crew of the Zoom must be a real Brexit advance for P&O. Not really a standard procedure elsewhere in Europe. No, it's not, but we've got to remember, P&O Ferries is not a European company. No. It belongs to the United Arab Emirates. DP World. And that's part of the problem. And when you talk about international routes and stuff like that, you can employ via anywhere, aren't you? It's just the company itself, as long as those people will get off that boat and work off the boat. So what they're going to do is, when they want to tie the ship up, they're going to fire harpoons to the because they're not allowed off the ship. No? No, those used to bow thrusters and stern thrusters and stuff, and they'll just stay put. They don't even need to tie them up, do they? Oh, Cash at me. Hello, buddy. I don't want to gloat, he says, but get more nimble, Brexit has said. Less red tape, Brexit has said. Well, this is an example of how that looks without the evil EU law protecting serfs. Gloat all you like, because I can't disagree, because you're right. That you are. Mr. Cash Dummy. Happens to be in Germany. Hope you're well, buddy. Oh dear. It does make you wonder, doesn't it? We Brits are idiots. I'm sorry, but, you know, although I didn't vote for it. It's almost like you get told something enough, you get to believe it. That's what it feels like to me. You just, oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Or sovereignty. You get told it again and again and again. Oh, sovereignty. Oh, we want our sovereignty. It's freedom, you know. Freedom, all's great. All this positive stuff. But the one thing they don't tell you is that all this, you know, of the EU, you know, it's a protectionist racket. And like I said before, well, it protects you. It's for the people. It's blatantly obvious. Doesn't take much to learn that, does it? No. Oh, Seraphine. Oh, the best part was the Irish foreign minister gently telling her to F off. Yeah, I know, that was funny. Let's show that. Oh, Bayberg, hiya, buddy. Hope you're well. Shiny, warm sofa. Bayberg, I haven't done anything on, I've got some videos to put up there, actually, on TikTok recently. I haven't been doing many more little vertical, videos recently either. So, I need to do a few of those. Yeah. Maybe green screen and stuff. Yeah, I can't really do it in here because you'll see my belly. That's really narrow. Oh, P-dollars, how come they could pay dividends of 250 million every year if they had losses? That's a good point, actually. That's a really valid point. You've been checking out their company records for, P&O Ferries. That is a really, really valid point. If the company's making profits, they're saying they're losing 100 million a year, but they're paying dividends of 250 million a year. Sounds like the water authorities. Maybe they've got the same kind of ethos. Don't invest in the infrastructure, no. Just take it all out in dividends. Simon says 59. Oh, good night, buddy. Oh, Shiny Warm. Shiny Warm's gone. Oh, no. Have I missed somebody? Sorry, friends, I have to go. Good night. Good night to you, buddy. Is it that late? Oh, no, it's 20 past 10. 20 past 9 for you. Oh, Bodger Jobberson. Totally spineless. Yeah, it is. It is spineless. I suppose they had to sack 800 people. I suppose it might take quite a long while to do them individually. But, yeah, it could have been a little bit more personal than that. Especially with people who've been working for a long time. I love the corporation excuses, breaking the law with not being able to squeeze enough money from the... See, the problem with the law thing is that they're not actually a British company, are they? I think about it. It's a British... Oh, well, actually, no. Because P&O Ferries have sacked them, and that is a British company. But I'm mad. What they're going to do is, I bet you these new people they're getting in are going to be employed via DP World. And DP World is not just, ferries. They've got the contracts for some of the free ports that have been built. It's DP World. Well, quite frankly, it'll be taken away from them now. And maybe they should pay back all that money they've had for, during the pandemic. Maybe they should. I think they should. You can't get, the whole point of, propping these businesses up is so they carry on employing the people after the pandemic's over. Ernest Guanawara says, I'm going to make you an offer. You can't refuse. Oh, what? Wait, what offer? Oh? Bastard, he says. Oh, well, okay, Crichton. How can a third party provide crew more cheaply? This sounds like fancy accounting rather than actual cost saving. They can. And what it is about rights. If there's, like, for instance, during the pandemic, for instance, the part of the problem is for them is there's employment law in the UK. And you can't just lay somebody off. And even if you put people on furlough, you still have to pay costs for all insurance contributions. Still got to supply them with holiday pay and all the other benefits that they were getting as an employee. But as an agency worker, well, basically you got to work. You don't get paid anything. So although they'd probably be paying more for the people, but in the whole, probably not. Probably going to be cheaper. So at times, like for instance, what's just happened with the pandemic and other things, well, quite frankly, allows them to, avoid costs and avoid responsibility to the worker. Because I wouldn't be surprised if these people are being employed via the agencies, but via DP World and not P&O Ferries, and DP World is not in the UK. No, it's the United Arab Emirates. And we know how they love to hang people, don't we, and chop their heads off and stuff. Nick an apple, get your hand chopped off. Oh, yeah. They're not great people. No, I'm sorry, but... Well, the governments aren't anyway. Can't be set individuals, that's stereotyping. That wouldn't be fair. But, no, the governments are... Well, it's like our government, you know. Swines. Don't mean to say all the people are swines. It's like Putin. He's a swine. And I don't mean to say all the people are swines. No. Not at all. Oh, what we got going on here? Oh, it's DeWitt. Shannon's mum. Well, maybe if the CEOs took a pay cut instead of a pay rise from bankrupting and firing staff, things would look better, especially since many companies received grants for keeping employees during the pandemic. Exactly like we're saying. 100% right. QA Library says, AllShorts paying shareholders $260 million and reporting $100 million loss. How does that, I don't actually understand how that can work at all, actually. Unless the loss is with DP World. DP World, maybe they've been putting... They say they've been sucking it up, they've been putting money in, but then we'd be extracting money out as dividends. That sounds like money laundering to me. Tricky one, isn't it? No, I agree. It looks a bit fishy, doesn't it? But don't question them, whatever you do. They'll chop you off, chop your hands off, chop you into little bits, and they'll put you in a case in some embassy somewhere. Get rid of you. Yeah, don't go against them lot, no. Whoa. Like Putin, isn't it? Yeah, put Novichok in your underwear if you go against him. Put on the Varney. Jasper. Oh, Blake 7. Oh, I used to love Blake 7. God, I will watch some Blake 7 reruns now. Oh, crap. I did. Honestly, as a kid watching that growing up, I used to love Blake 7. Well, there's another one like that as well, wasn't there? What's it called? Oh, and that's gone. Blake, God, crikey, Blake 7. Oh. So it's Blake 7 the next step. Okay. Where can you watch Blake 7? So I haven't got it on. That'd be like DVD. Oh, got a super chat. Oh, I'll do the Irish jig next. Well, okay. Saying, to everyone, stay safe, take care of each other. Well, that we should. Should love group hug. Group. Oh, okay. Group hug. I have had the wash. Don't worry. I do it at least once a week. That I do. I'll cheers that, buddy. Oh dear. Lucy Willis, this puzzles me. The last Hull ferry I was on was staffed by mainly Filipino staff. Didn't think they had any UK staff. Oh. It's a bit bizarre then, isn't it? This is getting a little bit fishy. So, yeah, it's just the Hull ferry, so that'd be the pride of Hull, or what we call it. Yeah, it is a bit fishy, isn't it? What's going on there, you reckon? So, mainly Filipino stuff. What do you think they? You sure they're Filipino stuff? You sure they won't come and maybe go and work for Dyson or someone like that? No. Was that Singapore? Yeah, Nico de Schmidt says, Estewit. Yep, they pocket the cash, and as soon as it ran its course, they sacked the lot, pretty much. Under 3 months of contract, 15 days and notice, 6 months to a year, 30 days more than the 60 days. With paid vacation days, subsidies, etc. A very good reason, or a disciplinary action process. Oh. Well, number 3, possibly all enterprises should be social ones with the ownership spread amongst its employees. The income ratio from high to low is around 8.1 compared to 10,000 to 1 of the typical. Yeah, good point. Number 3, the other thing is Jacob Rees-Mogg's company, you know, Somerset Capital Management Limited, whatever they call it. Well, he's actually hasn't he shared a lot of his the shares in that company? Haven't they been distributed amongst the employees or something like that, like a profit share scheme? That's Jacob Rees-Mogg, apparently. I'll take some else. So, if you know of Richer Sounds in the UK, the music people, you know, they make well, they sell like hi-fi systems and speakers and stuff. In fact, my son just had some new speakers for which I got commandeered to install for him when I went to visit last week or a couple of weeks ago now. And well, what they've done is they shared a huge amount of shares and distributed amongst all them long-term employees that have been working for the company to share the profits. I thought that's a pretty good thing to do. So I think, yeah, especially if it's while you're working for the company, maybe you shouldn't actually take them with you. I don't know. But while you're working, they should have a profit share scheme. I think it's a great idea. It gets people loyal to the business. Now, when I was in the, working in the UK, my company, what have you, although we didn't have profit share or anything like that because the company didn't really make enough money to do that. But young Dale, who used to work for us, great lad, really lovely. He was so loyal. He really was. I did put him through university, through college, whatever, to do his brickwork and various other stuff. So we did invest in him, but he was such a loyal lad. You know, it was something that we gave a chance to because no one else wanted to employ him because of his background. But we did. We gave him a chance, and I'm glad we did because he's brilliant lad. And a very good friend as well. Lovely chap. But I just remember, he's ginger. Very ginger he was. He used to get some stick, he did. They so did I. Oh dear. Oh jeez. This is how you fire workers in the UK, but it appears not supposed to. No. This is not normal behaviour. Jean Belos. Not at all. Although it could become that way. Because it's getting more kind of, well, volatile, isn't it? And companies as a matter of survival. Battenberg! Now we know what Marcus sees as personal effects. Ooh. Let's scroll down. Dwayne Ivy says, Jasper Edwards, that's what's happening. A friend done that, and they spent 26,000 a day, and then with them, but not any more. 26,000 a day. Who's 26,000 a day? I'm confused now. Jasper. Scrolling back up, I am. Scrolling back up. And now I can't find Jasper's comment. Oh, boycott. Yes. Makes a lot of sense. I think a lot of people will. Because there's one thing you got to say about the British people, when they get banned about it, they will. They get a chip on their shoulder about this, and they won't be very happy, and they'll try and avoid it the best that they can. But they'll soon revert to when they realise, oh, they were the cheapest when they're booking their thingies online. There's, oh, that one then. They'll soon forget. Fickle. That's what we are. To be fair, it's not wrong. Blah blah blah. Bodger Jobison says there's an interview with Bodger Josky after his failed begging mission in Saudi. The interviewer asked Bodger how he felt about the 3 people that were executed while he was on his visit. Yeah, I read that. Oh crikey. Yeah. I haven't seen his interview though. I need to say that. Was he a bit shuddery? Was he a bit a bit sheepish? A bit worried he's going to get chopped up and put in the suitcase? Because it could happen, you know. No one's safe. Johnny K, hello there. Things will work out. Transport sector. Oh God, no. Okay. So Johnny K says things are going to work out absolutely fine because the Transport Secretary, Grant, many names. Even if that is even his name, is on the case. Because quite frankly, Grant Shapps he's a scammer. And he's a transport secretary in the UK. And he used to do a variety of different website scams, did old Grant Shapps. Yeah. He also can't, because he's actually a pilot. He likes flying little Cessna or whatever it is he's got. Not Piper or Cessna or, light aircraft. And it's quite important to him that the runways don't have any buildings nearby because, of course, there's problems regarding, huge amount of bureaucratic issues. So basically, he's been lobbying his own government to prevent these houses being built at the end of runways or anywhere near runways. Light aircraft type, small runways, private strips. So yeah, he's a foul individual. That's what he is. I was actually, didn't he make somebody almost commit suicide? Someone got really depressed because Grant Shapps was going to take him to court over something, which wasn't even true. He's a hard little man. It's orange. I felt like Zippy. What's orange? Oh, what? I'm now confused. Let's scroll down. Alexander Romanov. Oh, hello, buddy. Johnson agreed these sackings with the UAE yesterday in exchange for oil after an afternoon of Russian caviar while watching free choice beheadings and a snog with gay Mo Bonesaw Salman. Oh, was he wearing a dress? I think he probably was. God, we've got to watch your material. Remember the UEA refused to condemn Putin? Yes. I did, sadly. Putin found a copy of Mein Kampf in the KGB school, and tough it was good reading, apparently. Has anyone read Mein Kampf? I haven't actually read it, not even the translated version. Maybe I should. Maybe do I want to? I don't know. Sounds a bit kind of a bit scary. Johnny K. Dividends as an operating cost instead of a portion of the profit are indeed a nice way to launder money, which is just one of the reasons they tend to be illegal in well-regulated economies. Well, the UK was a well-regulated economy, but there's one thing they're doing now is, I've talked about this before numerous times, is asset holding companies. An asset holding company is basically just like a company for which you can then hold assets in. But let's say, for instance, you are an overseas company and you own the asset holding company in the UK, and you can put property in it, buildings, anything. It could be a business, it could be a legitimate business. But what happens is, whenever you sell those assets, if you're a Brit and you own the asset holding company and it's your stuff, you want to sell stuff in it, you will have to pay tax. But if you are from overseas, from a foreigner, and you've invested in the UK and held your assets in that company, then you sell those assets, you don't have to pay any capital gains tax on those assets at all. It's been ring fenced. If that isn't a way of extracting monies out of the UK for the corrupt, I don't know what is. It's on the government website. It's not rocket science. It's on there. They haven't worded it like that, but it's pretty much exactly what it means. Alexander Romanov. Oh, Johnson agreed these sackings. Oh, yeah, done it already. That's quite funny. B. Dulles. When those executives were not mere executives, but actually owned the company and acted responsibly. Well, the thing is, that's the problem when you have foreign-owned industries, because all they care about is the bottom line. How much money is it going to, they've got no, how much money are they going to get out of this? They're going to put on 100 million into it. Will I get 120 million, 150 million, 200 million from it? That's all they care about. They don't care about the lives of the individuals that work within that company, and that is false economy, because you must look after your employees. You look after your employees, you haven't got a business. No, it becomes too transient. The people just, well, they come and they go, and no one has any loyalty to the business, and the business doesn't flourish because of that. That's my opinion, anyway. I might be wrong, because I'm broke. Oh, cybercrowd, IDI. The entire government are scammers that they are. I can't disagree. They don't do their job. No, they don't. They pretend doing it. Yes, they do. And they produce lies. That they do. Receive a nice monthly paycheck. Boris Johnson just got a pay rise of about $3,000. And cause a lot of damage that they have. So all the criteria for a scammer is ticked. Tick. That it is. Because they're a whole bunch of kippers that they are. Well, they're not very nice, are they? We're not very lucky, are we? But at least we do have some...
They're now British fish, and they're better and happier fish for it.
We've got some happy fish. They're swimming around in poo. No one's talking about that anymore. No, not at all. The fact that the UK is still pumping out, well, for the CSOs, combined sewage outlets, diarrhea, and all that jazz, into the rivers and seas. You come to summer, the poor old surfers and bathers and what have you, they're either going to swallow a turd or they're going to be swimming amongst them and coming out of the sea in their cosy, as they do, with E. coli to boot. They have diarrhea the following day and they end up in hospital probably. Not great, no. But no one's talking about that anymore, but it's still going on. In fact, that's one thing I forgot to do while I was in the UK. I planned to go to Whitlam Sewage Works, and I forgot, because I've got a friend that works there. Now I'm really angry with myself. That could have been really cool. Yeah. We used to get tomato plants from there. The one thing that goes for your body, if you eat a tomato, is the seeds intact. And on the old, they'll thingies, they'll things where all the stuff goes through, and yeah, you just get like sludge. And by the time they start warming up, what have you, you just get little tomato plants growing in the sludge. They'd be fantastic tomato plants, yeah. Probably cross-pollinators, but the German version is very interesting, but it's just about to come off copyright. Old German version of what QA library? The entire government of scammers got that one. Are you talking about the Mein Kampf? Grant Lever chaps. Oh, that's a thought. Oh, what if it's got the opening, the gaping bit? Oh, let me think. Is it like this? Oh, maybe.
Bring out the gout.
Oh, maybe you should.
Well, I guess you just have to wake him up now, don't you?
Do it, wake him up. Oh, he's got his gimp suit on. Oh, lovely. Oh, Grant chaps. Well, like you say, Grant Levery chaps. Levery, I can't you say it? Right. Maybe a bit much that was. Seraphine, Putin held a few interesting speeches about topics like Russian pure. Did you see that crap? He made speeches yesterday, the day before. He was blabbering a load of stuff about the fifth column and stuff like that. You've lost your mind. It's not quite right. English fighting. Hi. Hope you're doing well. Nice to have you here. Nice to have you. To see you nice. Well. Oh, and I read Mein Kampf in German for a, very criticised school project about the common ideas of Stalinism. Oh dear. No, I haven't read it. I should. Give you good insight what it's like, wouldn't it? Alexei Curie, communism lasted maybe 5 minutes in Russia, and then an authoritarian dictator took over. Yeah. That he did. Lucy Winner says, I think my autobiography should be called I'm Camp. Oh, I read mine too. I don't know. Oh, no. I thought that would get a giggle, and it did. Well, I enjoy living dangerously, says Jeremias. Used to sit in front of the Communist Party in the garden with some right-wing books. Good times and excellent exercise. Oh, health review, Alexander Rubinov. Remember when they were going... Oh, come back. Remember when they were going to hive off top UK football teams? Johnson agreed that the night before as well, the then fans complained. So Johnson claimed he saved the football for England, that's what he said. He is. I agree, he is a lie. Yeah, he's one of them. Oh, I can't see the bottom of my microphone's in the way. Let's move that over here. Cybercrat says, when will Farage publish my fight? Oh, Brexit's so wonderful. Swap the Brexit. Oh dear. Let's go back over here. Oh, we've got 52 people still here. It says 662 views. Oh. Okie dokie. What? Should we get back into it and let's finish what I was doing? That might be a plan. Maybe. Oh. I'm just going to dive in. Bear with me.
Business has been struggling financially for the last...
That wasn't meant to happen. No. Tech, hey, tech. Oh, yes, so... Now, in a feeble attempt to justify their actions, the representative said, in its current state, P&O Ferries is not a viable business. We have made 100 million loss year on year, which has been covered by our parent company, DP World. Lawrence says, yes, Dubai owns parent company, also owns the London Gateway Freeport, and also benefit from terms of millions of public money at the start of the pandemic. And now there's about, the future 4,000 jobs are at risk at the ferries. I know, that's 800 jobs I got rid of. Don't mean to say the other ones are safe, no. And quite frankly, this is not sustainable. Our survival is dependent, that's what P&O say, on making swift and significant changes now. Without these changes, there is no future for P&O Ferries. Well, maybe there shouldn't be if you can't run a business. Or someone else should take over. Well, in addition to its cross-channel routes, it also operates services between Hull and Rotterdam, Liverpool and Dublin and Carroll and Scotland and Larne, Northern Ireland. All of its routes were suspended ahead of the announcement. Guess they didn't know what's going on. No. The P&O Ferries is owned by DP World and is a Dubai-based logistics giant that bought the ferry company for £322 million in 2019. That doesn't sound like a lot of money because I've got 20 odd ferries and those things aren't cheap, are we? Anyway, DPW has the contracts for 2 free ports, a company based in the United Arab Emirates. Now, it is surprising, though, considering that they have chosen to screw over their inherited staff when they just executed 81 people. Human rights, anyone? Or is oil more important to Alexander Boris Pfeffel Johnson? Probably, because that's where he's been, isn't it? Trying to negotiate. Well, he's probably at the party. That's what he's having, a party. He's probably got all the ladies in and what have you. And stuff. Maybe. Pole dancers. He likes pole dancers, apparently. Yeah. Oh. And Princess Nutnuts. Oh, how many kids has Boris Johnson got? He's got one in every port that he has. So there you go. So let's get back out there. Oh. Like I say, that's probably everything I've probably done on that one is probably changed a little bit since I actually did it. Oh, someone retracted a message. Oh, dear. Well, surely there is a shortage already. Well, there's definitely going to be a shortage. I wonder how much worse things need to get before the voters say, enough is enough. It does make you wonder. That does. When you think with Brexit and everything that's going on with that, on top of everything else regarding obviously the pandemic as well, and industries such as P&O Ferries, pretty much shutting the door on 800 odd workers, sacking them all. I do wonder if this is all linked. If there is this kind of, well, I suppose part of the link is the fact that we've got the government. I can't help, no. God, my throat's so dry. Losing my voice, I am. Anyway, still got loads of kippers. Oh, that we have, yeah. Loads of kippers. And plenty of gammon. I haven't got a sound for a gammon. What do you need a pig for that? What do I need a pig? I need a... What sort of sound effect could you have for a gammon? I wonder. Well, we've got, it's not really a gammon sound, but...
We got an oven-ready deal, put it in the microwave.
No, didn't work. No. It wasn't oven ready. By no means was it ready at all. No. I suppose you could have something like...
I don't want this Sunday slime in my sight again.
Oh, well, that's an anti-gammon one, that one, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. Oh, I don't know. I need to find a gammon sound. Is there got to be an oinking pig or something like that? In Saudi Arabia, men look like bed sheets, and women, and if they are really women, like ghosts. I'm confused. Looking at the utter destruction Brexit has already done, yes, plenty of that. The UK's crippled itself. The British electorate will probably not ever say that enough is enough. No, because they've got their heads, they've gone down that rabbit hole, haven't they? And they're blinkered, you know, they're like that. Oh, what are they like? I know. They're like that.
Bunny hugging.
Yeah, they're like that, buddy, down that rabbit hole, that rabbit run. And they won't turn around, they won't look out. No. I don't know, because that admits failure. It admits that they were wrong. And they just don't want to be wrong. They can't admit that they're wrong. No, just like the Tory party, they're never wrong. Especially Alexander Bostwivel Johnson, that blooming...
Kipper.
Yeah. He won't admit that he's ever wrong, will he? And if you can't admit your failures, it's quite, you know... How are you supposed to learn? You know, a man who never made a mistake, never made anything at all, is what they said. I've made plenty. So, yeah, it does make me wonder how you can carry on like this, quite frankly, because, you know, with everything else that's going on around us, we could really, to be frank, we could really do with the EU at the moment. And to be part of that bigger club. And yes, the UK has been supplying a lot of so-called defensive weapons. I don't know where you draw the line with that. How in Putin's eyes, is there such a thing as a defensive weapon? Unless it's a shield. The weapons that they're saying defensive weapons are actually weapons that blow stuff up. That says, to me, it feels offensive. An offensive weapon. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh. A gimp suit. Oh, what? You want me to bring out the...
Well, bring out the gimp.
Okay, Nico.
Well, I guess you just have to wake him up now, don't you?
Get out the gimp suit. Oh. Yeah, I need to get a new one because it's starting to pinch. It is. I might make it myself, like Catwoman. Oh dear. Oh, squeal, little piggy. Oh, that's what you can do with it. Squeal, little piggy. You get a little gammon. I thought it was her. A bit fuzzy-headed today. So, well, I've figured double check. Oh, says Esther. Oh, a pig sorting for gammon sound. A pig sorting for gammon. What sort of sound would that be? A pig sorting for gammon. A gammon sound. I need a gammon. Well, at the moment we've got a kipper. That's the nearest I've got at the moment. But it's not a gammon, it's a kipper. Well, Alexander's own words it is. A pig squeal. Why don't I get a pig squeal? Oh, I'm sure I can download one from somewhere. A pig squeal. That's probably the nearest I'm going to get at the moment. A roasting sound. So like a bit of a sizzle. Yeah? Like a basted pig. Maybe pork scratchings or something like that going on. And then a squeal. Sounds a bit gruesome, actually. There might be a plan, number 3. That might work. P. says there's a video called The Truth about Priti Patel's shocking comments on the death penalty. I need to write that down. That sounds like good research. That sounds like, you know, a relaxing watch. I still going to write it down. What? Where's my pen gone? I've lost my pen. Oh no. I would write it down. I've got a marker pen. That'll have to do. It's called the truth. Priti Patel. Oh, isn't she a lovely woman? A fart noise, perhaps. Well, there. Actually, have I got a fart on there at the moment? I have got a fart noise, actually. No, it's not on there at the minute. I can put a fart noise in. At the moment, I've just got the. You could just use it on the end, I suppose. K.A. Crone says, it's quite depressing. I think it's some psychological state where people who have been scammed are more likely to get scammed again. Yes, I agree. Now, I'll be honest with you, my brother-in-law's a scammer, and I was scammed twice by him. And got to give him benefit of doubt, basically. It's in my error. But these people, they've got the gift of the gab, that's what it is. And they kind of just, can draw you in. Because you want to believe. You want to believe that, it's a bit like these people send out these scamming emails, I've got, I need your bank account details because I've got £500,000. I need to just transfer it over to your bank. Yeah. And all you got to give us is 10% or something stupid like that. And then people do it, they get in control of your bank account. And stuff, or take out a loan in your name. Or something like that. Abnormal Abner. Foals won't have enough until the folk that think Spitfires are still in the skies over Kent. Oh, yeah. My father was like that. Now, my father, he was actually a very clever man, to be fair to him. Apart from Brexit, because he voted for, Brexit. And he thought Nigel Farage was a stand-up guy. Lovely. Up the rah and all that. That's what he said. No, not my dad, but Nigel Farage did, didn't he? That man. Oh my God. How many times has he been scammed by people giving him money to say stuff online? Up the rah. God. What was the other one? Who Janus? Oh dear me. He's not that bright, is he? But there again, he won people round, didn't he? Hateful little man that he is. He managed to win people round to vote for Brexit. How the hell does somebody like that manage to get people on board? I really don't understand it. To me, it just seems like madness. I don't get it. Do you? Because I don't. Selling a dream, an idea, an idealism, like sovereignty, for instance, freedom. Oh, get rid of the shackles, get rid of all the red tape. What red tape? Got more red tape now. Got too much red tape now. Everything is a nightmare. You can't even export, say for instance, I don't know. Let's say for argument's sake, something's got milk in it, even milk powder. Cheese. I've got a little block of cheese. Oh, look at this lovely little block of cheese. I said, I want to send it to my family. Yeah. I'm in the UK, I want to send it to my family. Well, actually, even the other way around now. In the EU. That'll do. Lovely block of cheese. Oh, so I know what to do. I'm going to do it officially. Yeah, I'm going to make sure this gets over to them. They ain't got to pay any costs. It's all going to be done legit. That's a block of cheese. Oh. So it requires a phytosanitary certificate. I get my vet and put on board. Well, not vet in this case. So this, it's got to be checked over. Make sure it's all, do my paperwork. I pay my fees. Ends up costing around €220 for my little block of cheese. That cost me £2. Oh. It makes no sense. No. And yet they wang on, don't they, these Brexiters? Oh, you can get rid of all the red tape. You've got no control over the red tape. You've only got control of the red tape going into your own country, and then obviously there's a TCA, which you'd agree to, which then kind of, you know, bilateral deals. And so you're still going to get your red tape. In fact, we've got more red tape because we had no red tape. Quite single market. But not now, no. We shot ourselves in the foot. These people. I don't know. Oh, okay. Pretty Patel is too fat, so am I. To be a dominatrix now. Oh. I don't. You can have fat dominatrix, you know. And that is why Rob has a crush on Angela. Rob has a crush. What Angela? Angela Rayner, maybe? Has he? I don't know. I can't believe that man's a lawyer. Pigs used to be burned alive during medieval sieges, I believe. Yes, correct, yes. To let the defenders know that the defences were being undermined. They also used to burn pigs because you get really, really hot. And they could burn stuff down and undermine them. Well, actually, where I live in France, I live very near to a place called Chaillot, and the Chateau de Chaillot, the castle, was where Richard the Lionheart was killed. Ooh, bit of history. Oh no, David Drago's got a headache. Oh, sorry to hear that, buddy. Take care. Well, their wife's got a headache at the moment as well, and she went to bed. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, David. Some people are incredibly ignorant, says number 3. Yes. Too many, in fact. Yes. Even the Etonians know bugger about science. Well, they did buy the wrong satellite system, didn't they? That one web thing. They thought it was going to be a GPS system. That's originally what they were planning. Well, that's what old Dominic Cummings wanted. That's his little baby, wasn't it? They paid, what, 400 odd million for it. And I think they got another 200 million they're spending on it. Plus, it doesn't do the job. And now they've scuppered themselves because they've got no way to get the blinking satellites up in the air because the sanctions on Russia. Because they're using the Roscosmos, the rockets, the Russian rockets, to get those satellites up in the air. And NASA's got their new rocket, and apparently it's not cost effective. No, it's too expensive. It's going to be a crazy amount of money, billions every time they launch it or something. It's a crazy amount of money. So I reckon Elon Musk is going to do well. Jean Miro says, did you see Rob's hungry eyes while she was ripping him apart? Well, that is love. I have to admit, there's something about Angela Rayner, even with a lisp. There's something saucy about her. She's got amazing hair. I have to admit, her hair is absolutely amazing. Although my favourite hair has to be an afro. I just love an afro. My little granddaughter's got a bit of an afro, and it's fantastic. I love it. Absolutely brilliant. Little really tight, little curly afro. It's brilliant. Which I can have an afro. But that'd be like social appropriation or something, wouldn't it? You know, I can't have an afro. I can't have one anyway. You see? Lucy Winner says, Bodger, run! Is just an ex-butter salesman. Oh. Butter salesman, ex-butter salesman. Did you see, Ralph? Oh, no, don't really. Cruising in the high seas. Oh, who's cruising in the high seas? Oh, that's your handle. Hello, buddy. Hope you're well. Yes, he is. Dodge, he's a anti-Semitic tool. Says Bodger job is on. We're going to Lucy. He's rotten to the core, that he is. A speedy recovery to David. Was it the only one who hated that Rob? Kept using the phrase big-hearted. He ain't got heart. He says the most ridiculous things. He thought he didn't understand why Dover was important. That's rather daft, isn't it? Bonji Robinson says, Ra was captivated that he was by Angie's kinky boots. Oh, saucy. Oh, dear. Yes, Nikita Schmidt says, that happens when you make political decisions without consulting a tech specialist. Now, if I remember rightly, OneWeb did say, oh, we could modify the satellites. Yes, we're going to get up there on the satellites, they are. With a little toolkit, we're going to modify them. They're already up there. Not all of them, obviously, but a lot of them were. Stupid. And Dominic Cummings, he fancies himself as a bit of a techie, doesn't he? Yeah, my foot. He's no techie. I do follow him on his Twitter though, and also on his blog. He does say some interesting things if you can get past the way he says things. It's a bit bizarre. It's kind of you really got to work. Yeah, he talks in riddles. That's what it feels like anyway. Yeah, how can someone buy the wrong satellites? Oh, you tell me. I don't know. It's absolute madness. And besides, I can't get the satellites up there anyway. It's all lower orbit stuff, isn't it? With that OneWeb. It's like the Space Link thing. That's all OneWeb from Elon Musk's. But Elon Musk has got his own rockets, so he can get his stuff up there, can't he? And the systems that he's got is launch up to 40-odd satellites at once on one rocket. And then he can fly the rocket back down again and land it on a flipping ship. You've got to admit that, whether you like Elon Musk or not, I have to admit, that is some clever shit. That really is. He's got some very wise boffins that he has. One of them like T-Fowl, you know, with the big heads and stuff. Remember them adverts? Oh, Mr. NPC, hello there. Someone should go on those ships and put a lot of sugar in the fuel tanks. Oh my god, that won't do me a lot of good now. The only problem with that one is, I hope they're not Russian ships because you can't get no sugar. No, or salt in Russia. No. Supplies are drying up, that they are. Now, actually, I tell you, I don't know if anyone's got any ideas, but I want to try and get some heads up from people who live in Russia. Quite hard. I've been trying, but I haven't had a lot of luck as yet. But I'd like to know how, you know, what their take is. You're not going to try and tell me that they're all Putin patsies. I know some of them have obviously been sucked in by the media, but that eventually will filter through. They'll learn the truth. And they think, oh my god, why do we listen to him? Especially when they've got no food on their shelves. It's not like Brexit, is it? You know, the food was there with Brexit. The food was always there. That was never a problem, was the food with Brexit. No. It was just getting that food over the flipping channel and into the UK. And once you got into the UK, you know, oh damn. We said, thank you to all the, you know, lorry drivers. You can go back to the EU. We don't want your hair. That's what they said, pretty much. By putting that cross in the wrong box. That's what they did. Instead, you know, scuttering ourselves like we did. But in Russia, they just haven't got the food in the first place. It's a different scenario. And it's like in the UK, you know, we're going to have that there as well. Because the UK has scuppered itself there because of, well, we used to get our food, a lot of our food from EU member states, not just Ukraine. No. But now, we struck a deal, didn't we, with Ukraine and said, okay, we're going to get a lot of our food from you, yeah. Well, Ukraine, don't you realise, it produces enough food for 400 million people in the world. That's just Ukraine. It did. And now Ukraine as well passed laws that banned the exportation of certain foodstuffs. Some of which is going to be done by a licence, but banned altogether all fertilizer exports from Ukraine. Now that's a major problem because, well, we also got a lot of our fertilizer from Ukraine. So all these farmers, you know, they're using fertilizers before. Because they don't farm in the way that they used to, where they used to, well, you know, the old-fashioned way where you do crop rotation over 3 years. No. Some farmers still use that method as well. But on the whole, they are very reliant on fertilisers. And these fertilisers, and just that they're costing more money now, everything's gone through the roof, including grain, seed grain, but also feed grain, all gone through the roof. It's trebled. You know, the cost of grain is for feed, pig feed, for instance, is around £350 a tonne now, and it used to be just over 100. So it's really shot up. That it has. It's really shot themselves in the foot that they have voting for Brexit. You know, when they put that cross in the wrong box that they did. So it's a bit of a problem for the farmers in the UK and in EU member states as well, because they're in a similar sort of boat. But also they were buying a lot of stuff, fertiliser within the EU as well, including places like Holland and places like that. But we were also in the EU buying a lot of fertilisers from Ukraine. They're massive suppliers, and they're pretty much feeding a United States in one country with the amount of grain exports, whether it be maize, millet, and all sorts of stuff they were exporting. Now, it's not just going to be food stuff, it's going to be foodstuffs for animals as well, because one of the number one fillers in dog food, croquettes, not dog biscuits, but is grain, wheat products, number one filler. Using all sorts of stuff. They'll be putting sawdust instead now. Probably already in there. Oh, I'm missing things. I'm missing stuff, I am. Oh, I do apologise. I done the hungry eyes. Dominic Ra. There is something in the idea. An average Brexiter is simply someone, this is from Kerry Crichton, someone who wants to see the best in people. They could probably never believe Rob and others are as airheaded as they are. Well, he is airheaded, isn't he? He's a flipping lawyer as well, that's what I don't get. But Rob is incapable of displaying any kind of emotion. Well, but Liz Truss, little old roll-over deal, Liz Truss. I was watching her, was it this morning, was it yesterday? No emotion whatsoever. Is it me, or she looks to me like she's either that she was a chain smoker or something like that, or she's had a stroke. Excuse me. One side of her face looks like it's like dropped or whatever. So, but she doesn't have no emotion in her face whatsoever. She's just like cold. Automaton. Yeah, an automaton. Wind the key up. Someone should go on those ships and put a lot of sugar in their fuel tanks. Yeah, that's probably why they only give them 5 minutes. That's a good point, actually. They might have opened up the seacocks, let the water in. Seacocks are, well, I don't. I imagine they're probably locked if there is any seacocks. Yeah, it's a bit too easy. Seacocks are like where you have an X and like a hole inside the hull, and there'll be a fitting, like we call a skin fitting, and then you'd have a big handle or a lever or something that's a seacock, and it'll be used for like coolant and stuff for the engine, what have you. But if you open them up, you can flood the boat, and that's what one individual, a Ukrainian guy, he was working on one of the mega yachts, one of the oligarchs' mega yachts, he tried to do, and although he did flood the engine room, they arrested him. So I'm sure he's in a lot of trouble. The common Russian should just call Putin gay. Oh. Chris Fisher says, YouTube channel 1420. What's that? What's YouTube channel 1420, Chris? Is that any good? Is it actually a YouTube channel, or is this code for something? 1420. What is a 1420? I don't know that one. I don't know what that is. Right, okay. Abner. I think Putin lives in Russia. Oh. Bodgy Robinson says, scummers love the Chinese AI system. They use it to control the population, so he says. But then he goes and buys the wrong satellite. Type. And not to mention his 120 million COVID app that flopped. Yeah. What about the track and trace? Oh, 39 billion or something, 37, 39 billion. Equivalent to about 11 of those 3 billion quid, aircraft carriers. As to it says, the Russian friends... I have... the Russian friends I have, from gaming, will say they don't support... Is that... Say they don't support... Where are we? It just jumped up again. Don't support the war. But very careful what they say because they don't know who... Yeah, good point. 15 years they're giving people for this. You stand up against Putin, you get 15 years. It's crazy, isn't it? Oh! Yay! Someone's subscribed to the channel. I've remembered to turn it back on again. Oh, number 3, cheers, buddy! What are you saying there? Putin may well be wrecking our food supply. Well, maybe that's his method. But he's also wrecking his own because his own people can't get food. They're literally fighting in the supermarkets. This was in Moscow. So that ain't great, is it? It's the ordinary people are the ones that are affected. So, Botox. You think it's Botox? Maybe. But just on one side. I'm referring to Liz Truss. Hello, Charlotte. Oh, yeah, okay. Bodger Jobison says, biggest Dickus and that Gove documentary by any chance? Oh, my God, Michael Gove. Crikey. He's another one, isn't he? Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, cheers, buddy. So, I'll try to give it a good... The channel, which is 1420, I'll give a good Russian civilian angle or view on life. If you've got money, I suppose you're okay, but from what I can see, they've got nothing. Oh, I see your point now. I get you. Sorry, yes, that's basically answered my question earlier. 1420 does videos from Ukraine and from young Russians. Well, if anyone's standing up against it, it's the young, isn't it? You know, and they're getting arrested. Mellow, hi. I hope your caps lock is okay. Elon Musk wants Putin to go to Jupiter. Oh, is that what he said? And Lee Corn says, wouldn't the P&O staff need to be furloughed to the third-party company? That's a good point, actually. No, they wouldn't, because the P&O staff, they work for P&O, and the third-party company basically would own shares, majority shares probably, in P&O. So technically, the staff that had just been sacked were P&O staff, but the new staff are likely to be DP World staff, who are probably employed from outside the UK, and as long as they don't get off that ship, you can get away with it. That's my conspiracy theory. Whether it's conspiracy, whether it's fact, I can't say. I don't know. But that's what I think is probably going on. If Patel gets away, it'll be 10 years, yeah. Well, it's looking that way, isn't it? Can't protest in the UK soon. Jupiter's not far enough. No, it's not. What's going on up here? Scroll it in over there. Oh, been doing for 2 hours, 13 minutes. That's what I want to look for, because I couldn't see. So that's all good fun anyway, I suppose. It's interesting, but people are suffering as a result, and all these people obviously on this boat are going to suffer. But they're not on the boat now. They're off the boat. They're jobless. But there is a shortage of workers in the UK, so it's going to be like musical chairs, isn't it? You know, you lose a job over there and you end up working over there. Maybe eventually it might settle down and end up sort of like finding its place. I don't think so, because at the end of the day, you're just exporting the labour. Oh, Joey Mirror says, Galactic Britain looks like a porn movie. Oh, title. A bad porn movie. A strange porn movie. Like, was it Barbazilla or something? Oh, maybe not a movie at all. Oh my god, it's a documentary, that it is.
The clock is ticking.
Oh, scary. Oh, Bodger Jobbison says, scummers love the Chinese. Oh, they've done it already, haven't they? Yeah, that is a bit bad, isn't it? Oh, dear. Well, it's all been sent to try us. So they're going to want well-fatted pigs with vegetable oils going to be in short... Yep. Vegetable oils from Ukraine. Well, I think it's mainly sunflower. I don't know about do they do colza? You know, rapeseed oil. In Ukraine, I don't know. I know they do a lot of rapeseed here in France. But I know that obviously with Ukraine, they were growing a lot of sunflower oils and what have you from the seeds. Pigs used to be burned alive. Well, we've done that already, haven't I? We've gone too far up. Oh, enough doctor. Jupiter too far away. It's not far enough. Don't know. Where would you send him? Maybe into, well, some sort of orbit. Not our orbit. Into an orbit somewhere. Just not ours. Because if it's our orbit, at some point it'd be too close. It'd be someone else's orbit. Different planet. They've all got orbits. If they've got a gravity, I suppose, they would have an orbit. Or if they're part of the solar system. P&0 says, German us, that's why I say for decades, we cannot take care of our own planet. No, we can't. We do not deserve another one. No, we don't, quite frankly. It's quite shocking, really, how we've destroyed this planet. And looking at it, the video didn't do very well, but I did a video, I think it was yesterday, about war and the environment. Because obviously these tanks are chewing everything up, so it's obviously the land itself has been bugged up by these tanks. The ground is now thawing, so you get water runoff with all these toxins. Stuff is getting blown up, isn't it? You know? And that is expelling certain toxins, dusts and other crap into the atmosphere, but also that lands on the ground, it gets washed into the watercourse, damages and kills stuff off. Obviously, it's all these particulates. It's from stuff to simple stuff like which actually is a natural fibre, like asbestos, for instance. Which I did say before, you know, it's what asbestosis is. It basically is the fibres. They've got barbs on, and they every time they get into your lungs, they hang on, and every time you breathe, they scratch your lungs and reduce your lung capacity. Asbestosis. Eventually, you suffocate, effectively. Oh, nice, isn't it? Yeah. So all that stuff is going into the air. Because only just recently, Ukraine actually banned asbestos. Mad as it is. Now, I know we all have this kind of love the Ukrainian people at the moment, what have you, but it's so industrialised with no concern for the environment pretty much whatsoever in Ukraine, especially on the east of Ukraine. It's just the methods of working were horrendous. It's heavy industry. You know, fair enough, we're buying this stuff. So we are to blame as well. Like China, we blame China for everything, don't we? But to be fair, we are the ones buying this. So we created the market by buying it. And God, don't we buy some rubbish? You know, when I went back to the UK and I'd go to the kids' birthday parties and stuff like that, and the amount of plastic crap, you know, single-use plastics. There weren't even single-use plastics that actually had a purpose, like you put something in. No. It's just like rubbish toys that you put in goodie bags and stuff like that have no purpose whatsoever. Just end up in the bins as you go home. And like those little sweet things, you pop up the ends and shove it. That's all crap plastics. Stuff we don't need. Kids don't need that sort of stuff. You give them a cardboard box, they prefer to play with that, wouldn't they? Make a robot or a spaceship. Have a cardboard box. Oh, no, I used to. Oh. Yeah, Elon Musk's ego is the size of Jupiter. That it is. Now, Lucy Willis would like to invent a ray that slightly shifts reality of Putin and Trump, so no one can see them, and they can't touch anything. They just, well, just the idea that they can live with never having any attention. Can you imagine that? They got such an ego on them, haven't they? But they just, yeah.
Like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV.
And you get extra points. You do. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. So emissions should include imports life cycle. Now, not in the UK, I know, but in the EU, there's an environment tax on everything, like electrical components. Yeah, if you buy a fridge, there's an eco portion you have to pay regarding the taxation. I don't know if it's for whether it's the environmental effect of actually having the fridge in the first place, or whether it's a disposal after the end of its life or whatever. But anyway, you have to pay a tax. Who's anus? Jasper Edwards, just say Uranus. Who's anus? You could send him there, I suppose. Wouldn't tell the difference, would you? No. They both smell a bit. But they do. Ah. Esther Witt says, my father used to give us the offcuts of wood from building houses to use as blocks. Every once in a while, blocks would disappear when he was working on a project. I bet they did. The death of plastic use in most developed countries is one of the causes of the Chinese problems. They sold, yeah. Well, in France, they've getting rid of single-use plastics. I think it's up to 1.5 kilos, I think it is. Yeah. You can't have single-use plastics. I think it was over 1.5 kilos. But anyway, they're getting rid of those single-use plastics in France. I think it's coming in this year. If they hadn't done so already. I think it's June, actually. I might be wrong, but I think it's June. Giving the industry a chance to, convert over. Japan had some major earth problems a few days ago. So yes, they did. They had a tsunami. Well, no, the risk of a tsunami. They had an earthquake under the sea, several miles down under the sea, off the east coast of Japan, and they put out a warning of potential tsunami. You know what a tsunami is? Basically, it's an earthquake under the sea, and it creates tidal waves, like that one. I think it was 2011. 2011 that killed loads, about 20,000 people. Horrible. God, it's frightening. I think that was a film, wasn't it? They made a film. I think it was with Ewan McGregor. He was in it. He didn't have his lightsaber, no. Blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank. Oh, who remembers blankety blank? Is it so good? Oh, I think they remade blankety blank, didn't they? It's not be the same, though, was it? No. Blankety blank. I mean, when they tot up countries using annual emissions, it should include some portion of the manufacturing of imported goods. Oh, I see, of course, yeah. So instead of doing what the UK does, like for instance, it's now trying to export our carbon footprint. So make our carbon footprint the responsibility of other countries. But the fact now is we're buying the stuff, so we're creating the carbon footprint already. It's all a bit of a farce. So, yeah, the United Kingdom's all lovely and green and lush. But everywhere else is, it's just desolate. Not great, no. Anyway, I'm going to call it in a moment, because I'm really losing my voice. Literally, yeah. Yeah. A checkbook and pen, says Bodger. Now it's all gone a bit mad though, isn't it? Now it's gone all a bit mad. Sad. Yeah, I'd tell you what, I wouldn't want to live in the UK at the moment. I really wouldn't. I was very happy to leave. No, you're at number 3. Hope you're well, buddy. You take care. Well, I'm going to call it a night as well, I think. Because I've been on for 2 hours, 24 minutes. That we have. And I'm really tired and my voice is really on its way out. So, okay. So some check here and... in France we still use checkbooks. But they actually mean something here. It's not like the UK. No one's going to bounce you a cheque in France. You get a lot of trouble and probably lose your bank account. So you don't do it. Yeah, you take care, Paul C. Hey, Simon says 55. Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to have to go. Yeah. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us here tonight. It is very much appreciated. That really is. And thanks for all the super chats that as well. That does obviously help. And if you want sports on, obviously there's Patreon or you buy us a coffee, which is up there. That's linked down below in the description. But also, if you want to buy a tree for our, so it isn't really rewarding, but we are planting loads of trees, and I bought a load today actually. We've got some. We're hoping they will come today. Actually, some of the trees. We had notification that they are coming, but it's probably gonna be tomorrow, I think. Though. So we had our notification from GLS, the people who deliver them, but I also went up to San Juan and bought some trees today as well. So I think we've got about 85 trees we've got in the ground so far. That's what we got today. But we're going to be Des Mad Monk, catch you later, and Joe Maros and Bodgy Jobison and Chris Fisher and Charlotte and Crichton and Ginger Giraffe. Brandy is great apparently for a raspy voice. Yeah, I've got really raspy, aren't I? Arr, arr, feel like a pirate, I do. Arr, arr, the pirates. Oh, I know, let's get us a P&O ferry. Yeah, and a bit of piracy. Shimmy my timbers, yeah. Oh, Jeanette Ripson's Post says, we went there a few times a year to our son. This is so sad and cruel to sack everyone this way. It is, it's awful. It's terrible, in fact. Yeah, so anyway, we've got some trees. We've got sports on that as well. Links down below as well if you want to buy a tree. If you want to do something for the environment and wildlife, because I'm making bird boxes and stuff. We've got birds and our bird boxes were made already. Couldn't believe it. There I was, sitting on the toilet, doing what you do. And all that jazz. Oh. And the little birds were going in our bird boxes that I could see from the window. I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, we're going to make some more as well. They need to be done very soon though, so we need to get them up. Because the birds start to nest now, you see. So we're doing that, and obviously the bat boxes we're doing as well. We have made 4 so far bat boxes. So they got to go up. I've put 1 up, I need to get the other 3 up. And we've got to make some more. So yeah, if you want sports on that, do a little bit for the environment. It's not just about the trees, it's also about the little creatures that live in them. Birdies and stuff. And bats and owls. And hoopos, if you know what hoopo is. They're beautiful, they are. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go. I don't want to said it a few moments ago. Hello, Jeremy, old cocker. I hope you're well, buddy. I'm actually about to go. I've been on about 2.25 hours. That I have. So, I think I ought to, don't I? I think we ought to stop streaming. I do apologise. Well, I think we all should boycott P&O ferries. Maybe. Ta-ta. Oh, it's a bit of music. Oh. Stop the stream! Press the button! Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like a kipper. Oh, no. How should I? Maybe. I don't know. I do need some sleep as well, I suppose. It's getting late, that is. Well, in that late. Not that late for me, it's 11:30 here in France. Oh. And P&0 says, and now I really need to go. Up comes another topic. Oh, cheers, buddy. P&0 keeps sending me stuff by email. Oh, don't forget, you can send me, if you've got any requests, you want me to do videos on anything, just send via the website, allshorts.eu. And the contact page. Yeah. But there is. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Oh, I think I should. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ta-ta.